from above got me stuck just like. Not too much, I might OD on you. Just might pull up, I wanna be on you. Feeling, tryna make you my soul. Drowning, yeah, ocean of where you move. Slow when you drip down, down, oh, hey. Got me like here right now, honey. Put it all on me right now. I want ya, I need ya, oh. I need you to put it down, down, I just run around, wanna see you all in 3D. I like how you sound when you're giving me your raw. Put that ass on down to me, oh, you so freaky. That must be a pretty big singing about when they say honey. Cause your love's like honey, sweet like desire. Sent from above, got me stuck just like honey. Sippin' shit the hell you really wanna stay down. In it so I go rounds, I can't even back out. Pardon me if I keep coming back for more. Can you lay it down? Oh, you can tell the way I feel about your honey when it's all over me. Oh, and it tastes quite as sweet, got me feeling I need my honey. When they say honey, cause your love's like honey, sweet like desire. Sent from above, got me stuck just like honey. Burns just like fire. Oh, your love, oh. Sent from above, got me stuck just like honey. Cause your love's like honey, sweet like desire. Sent from above, got me stuck. I know that we besties, but you like me. Ooh, you look so good in my white tees. Girl, you got you stressing, just come by me. Keep it low, girl, I could be your side piece. Ain't no way he fucking you like I do. You know I like to hit it from the side. Yeah, I love how you can take it all inside you. He don't even please you, I provide. I think you should keep me on your side. Got that East Coast vibes. Cold, so I'ma need a Montclair. Baby, it's a coupe, so only room for two in my ride. Hurry up before I put it in drive. Say what it is, I know you're feeling for me. Word on the street to get you everything you want. What good is it if you've been feeling lonely? When you're with me, you get to make yourself at home, cause you like me. Oh, you look so good in my white tees. Girl, you got you stressing, just come by me. Keep it low, girl, I could be your side piece. 3 a.m. in your city, I'm looking for a vibe. You so pretty, baby, come sit passenger side. Easy on the shots of Julio, I gotta drive. She whisper in my ear, talking about don't nobody do it like I do. You know I like to hit it from the side. Yeah, I love how you can take it on inside. You don't even please you, I provide. I think you should keep me on your side. That's the way we creep, yeah, I know you're someone else, cause it's all over your gram. So when you come around, say you're not speak. Play my role so well, I need a couple Emmys on hand. Cause he don't know about 3 a.m. FaceTime. He don't know about pulling up, bobbing out. I put in time, oh yeah. I don't pay no clocking out, no time. I've been working even though you ain't mine. He just made it prime.
usually on fight or flight, knives in my back, guarding my heart so it wouldn't crack. Prayed every night that you'd come around, someone that holds my heart safe and sound. I told God I couldn't take it no more. Then I found your eyes, and I knew I was home when I cried. And you said that I wasn't alone, safe in your arms. I put down my guard, and I know when the time comes, I'll say I do. You remind me every day what I mean to you. Never have to ask if you love me too. You walked in the door, shook my dad's hand. In that moment I knew you were my man. I told God I couldn't take it no more. Then I found your eyes, and I knew I was home when I cried. And I said that I wasn't alone, safe in your arms. I put down my guard, and I know when the time comes, I'll say I do. I do, I do, I do, I do. I'll say I do.
This thing's getting old. Don't you think it's about time you found your own way? I've been thinking about mine, but something keeps me stranded. They say it's just a song, but it's a feeling I just can't describe. But weakness pulls me in just like a siren. I'm your prisoner, waiting in your water, under your mind control. A prisoner, something's got me stranded. They say it's just a merry-go-round. I've been stuck in a loop. Feels like we're 1,000 miles apart in a room. I hear your song and I'm thinking of you, my siren. Oh,
check, 1, 2, 1, 2. Can you guys hear me? Check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Check.
All the signs point to where better be friends. I hear your song and I'm running to you, my siren. Oh, we get so poisonous, both of us to each other.
Cool.
This ain't
Let's
love,
see.
no.
Check.
But
1,
no one
2,
else
1,
makes
2.
me feel comfort quite like you do. When you sing your song,
I'm a little quiet. Hold on.
I just can't describe.
Let me see.
Weakness brings me in just like a siren. I'm your prisoner,
Check out this
waiting in
video.
your water.
I hope
my control, a prisoner. Something's got me stranded. Something's got me stranded.
No, it's all good. Check.
Merry-go-round, I've been stuck in a loop. Feels like we're 1,000 miles apart in a room.
Good to go.
I hear your song and I'm thinking of you, my siren.
let's get started for today. Oh my goodness, what is going on, everyone? How are we doing today? We got some bangers as per usual. Regular scheduled programming worth of bangers. How is everyone doing today? We're here on a Sunday. I know it's very unlike the usual time frame of what goes on for these live streams, but unfortunately I had to move the live stream because one, I had a bunch of schoolwork, two, I had family over and there was a whole thing for 4th of July and everything. So speaking of 4th of July, did anyone have any plans, anyone do anything fun and exciting for 4th of July? I'm doing Rebonculus. Part of it's I'm doing. Felt that, Skyford. I felt that. Yeah, sorry if I haven't really answered people within the past few days. It's been super chaotic on my end. I had one day I had all my friends over and brother over, and then the other day I traveled to my wife's sister. I keep almost saying fiance or girlfriend. I'm still not acclimated to that yet. My wife's sister's house, and we had a barbecue over there, and it was super nice. My family came. It was like a ton of fun, and her sister is an awesome host and made so good food. It was so good. Grilling at the moment, hell yeah. Rebonculus, now you're good 4th of July weekend. And that on top of the World Cup too, like everybody gearing up for the World Cup, like everybody. Speaking of which, just out of curiosity, like I don't watch soccer at all, but what teams have you guys been rooting for? Just out of curiosity, so I know what teams to root for. Yeah! It's way more fun to say girlfriend for business, wife for business, girlfriend forever. You know what's really funny, dude? Like, in my phone, I kept forgetting to change her thing. Even our entire, like, time where we were fiancés. And, like, in my phone for the longest time, her name was girlfriend in all caps. And I know, super romantic, guys. Girlfriend in all caps, and now she's wife in all caps as of yesterday. Not your old, yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot about sports ball. Yeah, there's been a lot of like when it comes to that, because one of the things is because it's being hosted in the States, and I know most of you are from the United States and whatnot, but the overall what's it called? The overall World Cup and all that. There's one of the stadiums is kind of in my area, so it's funny. I can hear. Speaking of wife, I can hear my wife playing me upstairs. I just heard myself. I was like, wait a second. I think that's me. Okay, wait for USA versus. Also, do you have Instagram? Yes. Spacehound Records. Spacehound Records. I have. I'm tying the knot. Thank you. Yeah, we've been together for 11 years now at this point, which is kind of crazy to think about, guys. Where was I going with that? I don't remember. But either way, there's an arena. One of the arenas that they're playing, there's one in New Jersey. And like my area is like super affected by the traffic and all that from the World Cup. So it's been very interesting. Although what I can say is the crowd is definitely like, it seems like a good crowd, because like I haven't heard anything going on other than people just happy about the World Cup. I've seen a bunch of like people holding flags and whatnot, which is cool to see. But other than that, yeah, it's really, really neat to be in an area that is part of what's being hosting that large sporting event. But anywho, so on a different note, I don't know if you guys had seen the latest Discord announcement, but I did. I know I spoke last time about changing the prices for everything because just the cost of everything has been really going up. And as far as like, I really want to make this my full time in what I do to help you guys, and I want to be able to provide more stuff for you guys, like content and whatnot. And if you saw, like I posted 2 videos, And I was able to do that, and I want to be able to do that a lot more, is post content more regularly, and that will help me be able to achieve that goal. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, check out the Discord. All the information is there. And yeah, I greatly appreciate everyone for understanding about the price increases. And yeah, super exciting stuff going forward for the live stream. So be on the lookout for that. So yeah. Let's see. Then there's the Netherlands Viking row. Yeah. So as far as I'm not familiar. See, I'm so out of the loop in all these things. I'm not. What's it called? So did you help R&B Hunter get a D? Wait, do you know Hunter? Wait, you know Hunter? That's pretty funny. I did all his music, so I could explain the story for that if you want when it comes to Dude, because he's an artist friend of mine, and how we met was we used to work at an independent record label. I used to be the head engineer there. I started off as an intern, worked there for 3 years, worked my way up, was literally sweeping floors, and I got to the point where I started engineering there, and I became like one of the main producers there. And Hunter was brought into the studio by his manager. And what ended up happening was we were scheduled to have a session for the first time because they were thinking about signing him, and we just instantly clicked. Like producer and artist, like the music, we instantly clicked. And sometimes it's like that. Like he's just so talented. Dude's vocals are insane. So we ended up working for a few years until I eventually left the label because the label was really toxic. That could be a whole thing in itself. But I left the label to start my own in kind of retaliation of the toxicity of the industry, because that's kind of what we're all about here, is like helping artists instead of hurting them. So yeah, from like not getting paid, like I can keep going on, but essentially Hunter eventually left the label as well. So we, as far as like Spacehound, it's really like me and my wife. It's not like, it's a very small company, and it's not even really like a record label. It's more like artist development. But we worked with him for the past like 2 years, and we did a bunch of music with him, and currently, like, as far as it goes, like he's doing his own thing. Like he's that, and I had to focus on school, so it just ended up like we're kind of went on our separate ways a little bit, but still support everything he does. Like he's killing it on Facebook. I messaged him the other day, so I'm happy to see that he's doing great. So let's get started for today. So as far as the live stream goes, we have Discord subscriber submissions. So those are essentially like all of the stuff is being changed. So I just, the best bet is just to look at the Discord post, and yeah, that's the best bet. So let's get right to it for what you guys are really here for, which is the review show. Let's go. Hell yeah. So we got Scatter Unmixed by Geode. So we have 2 line skips. We have Geode, and then we have Thundy the Griffin that we're going to be doing today. Let's go. Okay, yes, I did get yours. Cool. Yeah, Thundy the Griffin. See, like, I totally understand. It is a large price increase, but I did do research. I did look at other live streams that are doing similar stuff, and it's at the same, if not a bit cheaper than what other people are doing. So we got Scatter Unmixed. We're going to do this one first. Let me make sure that you guys can appreciate you, DJ Graves. How do you feel about new gen producer? What's that? I saw somebody got into the last part of my my song for my mom. Then I don't know. So did you have any thoughts? Let's see. Let's see part of my song I wrote for my mom. Wait. Got to see at least part of my song. So do you have any thoughts? I don't recall. I'm going to be honest. I do not recall. It's been such a crazy past few days, so apologies. So, yeah. Let's go. I submitted. No, it's all good. Let's get to it. This is Scatter Unmixed. Let me know if you guys can hear this. Nah, Blood Wolf, nah. Thank you. Today's live stream is functioning as normal, by the way. The next two are going to be as normal. So this one and next week. Ooh, keychains. Let's go. That was Scatter Unmixed. So this track was unmixed. I love the Binding of Isaac picture we got.
This was a certified banger.
I was just playing that like with my friends when they were over like 2 days ago. Fun fact: they added the 4-player version on Repentance. Yeah, we did that, and somehow we beat the beast. We beat the beast on our first try. And it's only because one of my friends got gnawed leaf, so they were immortal, and we were able to get all the way to the end. So yeah, really cool stuff. Been great man, staying strong. Apologies, reasonable man. no, it's all good. Yeah, when it comes to like the live stream, again, apologies. Yeah, I know, I recognize that it is a large price hike, but I looked at other streams and I made sure that it was within what's going on as far as the other review streams. And yeah, the live stream previously, it just wasn't sustainable. And there was a chance that I wouldn't be able to do these anymore going forward. Because then you have to also think about it like when it comes, like I would go on the live stream like for 6 hours sometimes and make like $20, and it's just not sustainable because the software itself and just everything costs more. And sometimes I'm literally like paying more than I'm getting, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I totally understand if it's a lot more and if you guys want to submit for free, like some of you guys, I totally get it, but just recognize like 3 years, I kept it at the same price point as long as I could. So again, apologies everybody, but I had to do it. But we got, yeah. So overall, awesome track. I just really love the swing of everything. Yeah, Nasty. And another thing is I'm making sure like I'm not getting rid of the free tier. So even if you guys don't subscribe, like it's totally cool. The free option will still be there. So Repentance Plus is so good. Yeah. No, the group is crazy. What's crazy about Geode stuff is it has very reminiscent. It kind of reminds me of like Geode's kind of shaped their sound a bit, and it reminds me of what's his name? Tommy. He did the I never met myself, baby. I do no wrong. It was like Tommy. What was that called? $1 Million Tommy Richmond, I think. Tommy Richmond, I think is his name, right? Yeah, Tommy Richmond. So, because it just sounds like a type of track that he would have hopped on. Yeah, overall, what I like about the track a lot, too, is I like the chord stabs. I like the drums are super punchy. I would say, yeah, the tempo changes. We got the key change at the end. Really sick sound design. As far as, yeah, $1 Million Baby, yeah! Exactly. Dang, that groove, it hit me hard before I could say anything about it. Yeah, hell yeah. I see what you're saying, Thunderdash. Like I think having a B section here, like, you kind of got that. Like, even if you did like a, let's see, because you go into the one to the. I think that's 4, right? 4 chord. Then you go to the... Yeah, 1 to the 4 chord, right? Originally. So we're in the key of E flat minor. So having a different section in there where you change the chords up a bit, like a B section in there, could be really sick. But I love the arrangement, and I think that you could change the chords when you go down to here. Right here. Because you go back to this kind of like... I realized that it's coming out of my... I was like, how come this doesn't sound like it's going through my headphones? It's because it's not. I was so confused. Let's see. Thunderbolt. Let's run it. Oh, thank you! Flow State. Hell yeah. Wait. Loud, Corey, that's loud. Well, keyboard loud. Yeah, I'm fixing it. Don't worry. I got you. Is this better? Forgive me. Is this better? Is this better? I don't want to play too much of it if it's still loud. Is it, how loud was it? Much better. Okay. Yeah, it was playing out. Okay, I'll explain. It was playing out of my laptop speakers because it was to the wrong output. I just opened Pro Tools, so I guess it just defaulted to there. My bad. Use the E flat dominant 7 to resolve to A flat minor. It'd be like a 5 of 4. Yeah, I mean, I think like changing it up. It's always cool to change up the chords and have a B section because I think like as an instrumentation, like it just makes it a lot more like saucy. I think when you change the chords at times. So I sometimes have a habit as well of like keeping the same chord a lot for the same time, and I'm trying to break that and make sure, because I find that some of my favorite songs that I ever worked on were ones that I did do like these like A and B sections, but were different. So I would say just watch the bass frequencies when you have those kicks overlaying it, because it does get a little bit too muddy at times when you go to mix it. Love the sound design though, it's so sick. Now you hear this one part where you go bum 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 bum. This kind of like back and forth thing you got going on. That dotted eighth note feel you got going on there. Like it'd be cool if you added some sort of effect on that part, so just to make it like even more drastic of a change, and then it drops again. And what I really like to do with things like that is add like some reverse things. So even if it's like a reverse cymbal, like a reverse, sometimes I'll do like reversed orchestral hits before something drops, and it just makes it feel like there's a lot more weight to the drop when it hits sometimes. But just make sure, like a lot of times those like orchestral drops, when you reverse them, they'll have a lot of bass in it. So I'll always kind of put a high pass filter on those just to remove some of those frequencies out. I know you've been working Skybird. So a nice side chain on this one, you get the on that respace. Like a sort of like a pumping almost every quarter note would be really sick. I think right now, like when you go to mix it, right now it's like the bass and the kick drums right there, and everything else is kind of really quiet in comparison. So when you go to mix it, just make sure you bring up some of those melodic elements to be at the same volume. Cool. That's really all I got, Gio. Like, I love the overall, like, the overall production you did. I think the sound selection is super sick. I wouldn't change a thing about that. Maybe adding a B section like what Thunderdash was suggesting. Try out those chords. Have fun with it. I think you have a really solid track here. Love the key change at the end here, which I noticed is a geode signature. I've been noticing you've been doing this more frequently. And yeah. Cool. Yeah. Thank you. Hell yeah. Let's see, get all the resonant frequencies. Yeah, you could. Yeah, I mean, I didn't hear anything to me that was like resonant-y, personally. That was like, oh, this needs to be like scooped out. I'd have to listen to it on monitors to have a better idea, but nothing jumped out to me personally. Y'all know what Luff is? Luff, is that like a plugin? I personally use Soothe if I have like resonant frequencies. Luff plugin. Or are you talking about like the loudness of a track, you mean? Like Luff's LUF? Let's see, I've been working on my butt off music the past 2 weeks. Nah, you gotta do what you gotta do. Hell yeah. Hey, what's my position? My Lincoln? I got you. I'll let you know as far as that. Yes, the B section would work really well. Yeah. Hell yeah. Awesome. Thanks, Corey and everyone in the chat. I'm going to implement that prop tomorrow. Awesome. Let's go. Nothing jumped out to me. Yeah, I have a demo about a minute or two. Not sure if it makes the cut besides the price. No, I'm sure tonight I'm pretty sure I'm getting to everybody with no problem. Because I think there's a lot. One, there's like the World Cup going on too. So I feel like the World Cup, like I know the World Cup's going on tonight. A lot of people are watching that. So I totally get it. So yeah, we got Hydex, just letting you know. Okay, so I have Thundy the Griffin for a full review. Then I have Broken Messiah for a full review, but that was Discord sub. Then I have Gashiki P for a Discord sub. Then I have, going down the list, Zorg. Thank you for submitting another link, by the way. I got it. Skybird, Corey, MJ. Then I have Sterling, Strange One, Sad Boy, Hydex, T-Money, and DJ Graves. That's what I have currently as far as the queue goes. Yeah, that's what I get. Dr. Indy! I've done, yeah, Luff equals 99 red balloons. Let's go. Yeah, they're most likely less subs. Given it what this week. Nah, it's totally. I totally like. Usually, especially with there's like big sporting events. Sometimes the live stream is a bit more dead. So I'm expecting to get to everyone with no problem tonight. I think that's what he meant. How many Luffs? Personally, push my tracks a few Luffs. They clip, but you could barely hear it. Yeah, I tend to go like to -6 usually. I'm actually doing this song, but playing it goes fast. I do just go to the one for the free ones. I just do 1 minute 30 seconds for each. Are you playing the track if they're not in here? Yes, I am. I do play the tracks because a lot of people do like go back and listen. But at a certain point in the live stream, if there's a lot of people, I just essentially what I do is I just say who's here in the who's here, who's present in the live stream. I do one of those roll calls, and then I get to the ones everyone who's here instead. So sometimes the people who aren't here don't get their track reviewed at all because I just prioritize people who are here. So let me not overspeak. So we got Patriot by Thunny the Griffin. What does it mean to be a patriot? As we Americans observe the 250th birthday of America, we look around and see division and mixed opinion. Some say being a patriot is to agree with the president and his actions, but a real patriot is one who stands for the core principles of their nation, one who abides by what has been in place from the beginning. This isn't just a song, it's an ode to those who have courageously stood up for the true principles of patriotism. Happy 4th of July, happy 250th, and God bless America, says Thunny the Griffin. Cool, let's go. I hope you had a good 4th, and everyone who celebrates, let's run it. I'm gonna run it from the top just so you get those initial hits again. Let's run it. Well, hi Dex, I don't know what to tell you. I can't give you that. Oh, that's sick. Whew. Ooh, nice sub drop. housing. That's how you end a track right there. Let's go.
This was a certified
That was
banger.
Patriot by Thundy the Griffin. How badass. I love, the little, like, America. I can't sing, see, but look, the overall track was super fun. Super patriotic, by the way. The overall, like, the sub drop in there, and then you go and you reverse then you have like a sub rise, and then it just hits at the very last second. And then just overall, I think that what's really cool is the blend of the electronic elements that you left in there. Like, you had this one, like, this kind of electronic crash element that was like, psh, that was around the 1/3 mark, and it was like, what was it? I guess it wasn't there. It was somewhere in here. Somewhere in here you had a cool crash that was going on that was like on the electronic side. It was super fun. The overall track, I think, though, like, speaking of chords, like, you were having a lot of fun. Like, I was trying to name the chords. I don't know if you heard me doing that, but that was a lot of fun. Let's go. Just overall, it was a treat of a listen, because you just didn't know where it was going. Because there was this, especially right before you go here. Where you go to. Because then you go to the. Where do you land? Where do you land out? Going back and forth, and then ready, 1, 2, 3. You wanted to go see what you're setting up. You're doing this like. Because you wanted to go to. But instead you go to a different chord instead, so you really tease the audience in such a clever way, which I think is super fun. I'm going to see. Oh shit! I'm not familiar who they are, but I hope you have a great time. The 5 and 6 and the 6, 6, 7 to build tension. You're going back and forth. I don't. Please educate me. As far as like critiques go, we'll get a little bit into the mixing stuff. I would say, love the syncopated stuff going on here. Love that panning with that resonance that gets panned. I think you can have fun with that arpeggiated kind of plucked synth that you have going on. Panning it to one side could be really cool because it'll create, I think, more of a stereo image. Inner Smooth says pause the review right now. Love this. Everything sounds nice and full there. The horns sound great. Hear that kind of conga-esque type sound. It's more like tribal drums thing. Just feels a bit weak in the mix. Because you have this, like, right before here. I would like more of the synths there in general, like those, because there's a really pretty synths going on there. Just slightly more volume on those, just in general. Love this. Don't change anything about this. This is sick. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. I think now it's a matter of just bringing up some of the melodic stuff to just to those full synths. Like I want them to feel like massive. Those synths when they come in. And I would love more of those synths, just in general. Because those drums, they are no joke. They are hammering what's going on. That could be also this drum here. It could be just the overall volume balancing here. I'll pump those drums up in the mix. Awesome. Those drums sound great. Maybe having that main, having a more distinct pan on that. That's so cool. Love this, love this, love this. Maybe if you added maybe like a slight delay on those too, like a maybe like an eighth note delay that's really light on those, like that conga thing, because I think it'd give it even more motion for fun. Like a if you set it to like an eighth note delay and then just had that a bit tucked and then cut out the sub frequencies out of it. Would be, I think, super sick, and then have that on ping pong could be really fun. Yeah! And I think you're good to go. That's like the production's really good on this. That one arpeggio is a custom patch I made on Chronos. Hell yeah! As a duo that big paper mache head pieces in black and white duality polka dots and play a bunch of microtonal stuff. Yeah, I'm not familiar with them. I've never heard of them. Joseph Chesterfield's fun name. Let's see. There's a high and hiss. Oh yeah, that's in a certain synth. That's in there. It starts. It's like. That's why I think having that's why I want those to sound fuller and more up front. So maybe instead of turning those up, maybe you could add another synth that's layered in that just fills out some of those mid and low mids. Just to thicken them out, and maybe that's what I'm like. Try that. Imagine not knowing when Angie did Portland in 2026. This is blowing my mind. Are they that big of an artist? Really? I swear, if they have under 3 million monthly listeners, then hold on. And Gene. Hey! Hey! How am I supposed... Hold on. How was I supposed to know of these? Hold on. This is what they're talking about. Their most played song is 12 million, which, I mean, don't get me wrong, that's still nothing to that's still a nice number. Don't get me wrong, like that is a solid number, but this is not that famous. You're making it seem like it's like a Rihanna type. Like, what do you mean? Yeah, it's mostly high. Let's see. I used a lower intensity for that part. I may use. Yeah, that's okay. Like whichever you feel. Honestly, I think maybe instead of changing that, if you wanted the more low intensity sound, you could try. Like I think that it also could just be a thickness in the mix in general I'm missing out on. So try layering that one high end buzzy synth, and that may fix the issue that I'm hearing. They just played for 125,000 people in Montreal. Were they opening? Were they headlining? Like, that's the thing. Were they opening? Okay, if they sold 120, I doubt an artist of this size sold 120,000, 5,000 tickets. I'm like, there is no disrespect at all to this artist for that, but ain't no way that they are the headliner on that. Let's see. Wait, let's see. Hold on. Hold on. Wait. Okay, Montreal. There can't be. There's no way. No way. And Jean de Poitrine. I know I'm saying their name wrong. Yeah, okay, jazz festival, microtonal stuff. Was this draws record crowd? Really? Hold on. I've never heard of this. What? Free, the most viral band. I guess they're really viral right now? What? Record turnout duo. They did? Wait, excuse me? Wait. I think they actually did. I think he's right. Well, I'll be damned. Wow. Okay. Shit. All right. You know what? I'll admit I was wrong. That's crazy. First charts. But how do they only have this many monthly listeners? That's weird to me, you know? No, I didn't think that you were spreading lies. When I heard that, I just thought you were just misinformed. I didn't think you were trying to lie to me. This is crazy. What? They really did that? Look, okay. Fascinating. Well, the more you know. I'll have to look into them further off stream. Thank you. It's two people playing long live improv with wild aesthetic and a bunch of technicality, impressive stuff. Like, it's not my thing, but I get it. Yeah, for me, like, I'm not really into the microtonal stuff or like the super avant-garde jazz stuff. I'm not really into. I'll have to take a listen to. I'll still listen to it, but like, I personally am not super into that. But I'm open to whatever. Like, I will still listen. So if you could send me, there's like just a reminder to check them out, that would be sick. But yeah, I don't really have anything else. Their two on the French channel is so funny. They must just be going viral, them. Hard ticket sales difficult. Yeah. Have fun listening later. Yes, they were. That's insane. Thank you, Thundy the Griffin. I don't know if you're still here. Thank you. Most people watch them on YouTube rather than stream. You have to watch them and listen. You'll love it, buddy. See you at the concert. And his spirit's like, yeah. I'll see you when you see them live. No, but yeah, they went big this year. So 12 million views, super out of pocket stuff. It's really impressive in sheer numbers game. Yeah, I'm curious, like how they went about going. How did they blow up? Like, what platform did they do? Like what? Like, are you really using a C14 for these streams? You just noticed that? You just noticed that? That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. Oh, I probably just like down here. So the reason why is because I got this after I graduated my undergrad, because in my undergrad, like I just loved how like it's so versatile because you have all the polar patterns on there that you could switch. Like from the push of a button, you could just change to a bunch of different polar patterns, and I loved how versatile this mic was. So I bought it used for around $600, like right after I got out of college, because I'm like, I need an all-arounder that I could just use for whatever. So, and it's treated me like I've had this since 2018. So 8 years now, it still works perfect. So hell yeah. YouTube, I think is a YouTube IRC. Yeah. Oh, really? The more you know. I'll have to. I can see the branding. See, I kind of want to. Honestly, I may make a video on that. Actually, like I don't know if you saw that I've been doing like video content. I may like really research them and do a video on them and like the strength of branding. So, yeah, I think. Oh, $2,000 mic again. Yeah, what's the conversion rate on that? It's like $1 to $1.25 over there, right? I think. So yeah, here, like I got it used for $600. New it's $1,000. I did not buy this new. I did not buy that new. Perfect Street. Yeah, it's great. Yeah, it looks like look at the world. Nobody else looking like that go viral. I think that'd be a great deep dive video to do. The work rate went viral. The look, people stayed around because the music wasn't trash like they expected. Let's see, deep dive video 2 maybe. Yeah, my thought was like, what is this trash? And then I was like, yo, wait. Oh no, it's like now 40% now conversion. That's crazy. Have you been to East West Studios? No, I haven't. I haven't ever been to East West. I own some of the plugins, but I do not. They're famous because they're weird. Prague is the future. Titan. Honestly, that's like Animals as Leaders. I mean, not nearly to the size of, that, but you get the idea. So we got Only a Quarter to Boot is next. So we got, okay, we get into it. We got Hurt Me. So this is an updated version from Only a Quarter to Boot. We're at the Discord subscribers now. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take a listen. I did record a video. I have to edit it. I may post it tomorrow. But the video essentially is like I did like revenue streams in music, like five ways to make money, or essentially in the music industry as a music artist in 2026. And I kind of go off on a tangent a bit about like how there's so many people saying, bro, get into the sync world and do, sync music and all that fun stuff. And then I pull up like a graph from like the International Recording. I forgot exactly what it's a reputable agency, and what basically it says all of music revenue, only 2.5% of all the revenue is sync, or something like ridiculously low like that. I'm just like, everyone's like, that's not where the money is. I mean, yes, you can get paid, but it's not reliable. It is not reliable. You might get ones every few years or so if you're lucky. If you for that. Yeah, honestly, I used to really be into like prog metal back in like 2015-ish. Hell yeah. I think yes you did. No, you're fine. I noticed that. So I stream with the 414 is a great shirt. I know. I think PewDiePie used the C414. It's just the microphone I have, like I have other one too, but like I have like an AT2035 here, but like I have a 414, this mic, and a SM57 and a 58 clone. I don't really have much other options, so I'm just gonna use the mic that's the all-arounder, Let's get it. Let's go. That was only a chord to boot. That was hurting me. Let's go. So this we're on version 7. So overall, sick track. You already know that I like this, so I'll get right into it. So love this little ambient thing you got going on here. I love the bass tone you have going on here. Let's go. I think the drums do sound a lot less like squashed. You hear those ghost notes that you do? I would lower those in the mix. Yeah, honestly, like, I think this sounds a lot better. I think the guitars now just need to sound a bit full. I think, like, in these sections here, like, when you have, like, I like the bass tone here, but I think when it gets to this section here, the bass just feels too weak. So I would separate the bass, have it so for the clean section to be a cleaner tone, and then have a more overdriven tone in this section here. For the boom 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 boom, like whatever you're doing as far as the bass part there. Oh, it's because you need to replay. Oh, okay, that explains it. Maybe there's a tiny bit of saturation on that hi-hat, like a tiny bit. When you have your double kick drum, like the volumes of the kick drum gets a little bit, I think the velocity is a little bit too far apart from each other for the genre. Because you have this dude, like these kind of at times, like some of the kicks get lost. Humanize, yeah. I think having the bass in there just a lot more upfront, the dum bum. Like having that really thick upfront bass for those sections would completely transform this. I don't really have anything else. I think it sounds great. My friend told me it's to mimic a weak leg. To mimic a weak leg. No, yeah, you can do that. It's just a little bit less drastic, I think, and you're good. My leg boom. I don't remember. I do need to grab. What happens sometimes, Hydex, is when I add a sound effect to this program thing, and I don't remember to save the copy of the sound effect, or it doesn't save, because there's a difference. Like if you save the session, but you have is different than saving. I have to save it in the plugin, and I always forget to do that. And then any things that I've added, this happened like countless times when I add a new sound, is that it just erases the sound and then I don't have it anymore. So I do still like that idea. That is a great idea, the my leg thing. Link, is it work for me again? Try signing it. Are you signed into Google and try refreshing the page? Yay, reanalyze this one. No, you did. You did a great job. I think the mixing on this to me is a lot closer for sure than the previous, because the previous one, it just felt very weak. Please, that idea is good. So yeah, I wish that if you saved in Ableton, like the plugin also saved too. It was just really annoying because I forget all the time. So we have Recede by Gashiki P. Then we get to the free ones, which the cue gets a lot faster. Personally, I split the bass frequencies, keep the flow the low frequencies mono, then sterilize the higher frequencies with the amp center figure something. Usually splits happens around 100 to 250 hertz. Yeah, I think what's cool about Ableton is that Ableton allows you to do that super easily with the utility thing, because you could set to mono here, or you could do like bass mono, which is really sick. You could go bass mono, you could set it. I usually go around to like a 150 hertz, like 150 hertz and below. You could do lower, but I typically go to like around 150, dependent. So, and then you can do a little bit of stereoizing, but I personally just be careful of that, because bass is just notorious for being phasey. Wait, yeah, in this particular one, like, if I add a new sound, like, because this is Machine acts is a little bit weird because it's kind of like a standalone plugin, but, like, basically you load your samples in there and you could change what the samples are. So here's if you ever want to know what the color coding of everything is, if you want to know which one's the bonk, it's this one. This one's bonk. So now you guys know bonk is green. Explosion. This is the ooh. This is the cheering. Now all the other ones you have to guess. You'll never know. Anywho, you get the idea. We're gonna get to Recede by Kashiki P album intro. I had to make a new SoundCloud account because the site hates me. This might be my last submission. I don't know, or next week. No, you're good. Oh no! It's all good, Kashiki P. Oh no! Refresh. Oh, refresh. Okay, let me see. Or maybe I might have to. Hold on. Is this more recently? Never mind. Okay, cool. Let's get it. Oh. Did this die? I think my mouse just died. Yeah, it did. Bye, mouse. I have to charge it. Oh, no! cool. Nice. How cool. You got your receipt by Gashiki P. I love that you did the Oh. I realized, wait. I'm playing the keys and the explosions at the same time. Hold on. Let me change that. Boom. Why is that doing that? Why did it automatically start doing that? That's pretty wild. It just randomly started playing the explosions on this. Why? Why is it doing that? That's pretty funny, not gonna lie. Well, dang. Well, I gotta figure out why it's doing that. But anywho, cool track overall. Super fun. It just randomly started playing the track. The explosions. That's pretty funny. But overall, I really liked the ending of that track. That was super fun because of the way that the overall, like when you go to that sus chord, if it allows me to oh so kindly, I might have to reopen this. I have no idea what I could have pressed that made it start doing that for whatever reason. But I will try to reopen it and see if it does any different. Oh, thank you so much. I'm assuming that's Max. What sounds in my hearing? Yeah. Bach, but it's Glock. Yeah. Okay, we're back. We're back to normal. All right. Thank you. Sorry, Gashiki P. But yeah, when it gets to this last chord here, I'm assuming that's Max's track. Let's see. Yeah, I think doing the reverb automation there is so sick. I think the overall drones that you have going on here, the vocals in here when you start going to repeat that, I don't want that. I think you get even crazier with some of the effects you have going on there. Even like a harder sidechain on that stuff. Even if you like pan those out, like had some like I don't want that. Like even if it was like left and right answering back and forth. Am I next? No, I have Max is next. Oh no, Bach, but its Glock is pretty great. Yeah, I think adding some cool effects there, some more, I think a harder sidechain would get to this part here, because it just feels like there needs to be more motion in the track just in general, and more tension and release. Like, I love this section. What else? Vocals are nice and clear. Love the ending. Where you kind of did this tape stop-esque kind of thing going on. There needs to be more. I feel like it feels a little bit stagnant. Like there's not enough like making the track move. Even if you did like some sort of plucks like like to me would add so much more energy. What if I added some wow 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 some wow 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 wow. Yes! Add some of those. Add the wow 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 wow. I think that would be so sick. But I love going to the major third. I really don't have anything else. Like I think it's pretty solid overall. Like I don't really have much to go over. And I think you're good to go, Gashiki P. I think track goes hard. Nice work. Thank you. So we do have a paid submission from Max. Some wow 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 with some auto panning. I agree in full-heartedly. So we have Cheetah Print Blues Bounce 3. This is from Max. So we're gonna let it rock. Oh, how cool is that? Nice result. Ooh, nice. Ooh. Minor to the major there. Saucy chord drop. Nice bass lick. Yes, this is live instrumentation.
Take a trip to my hometown.
Nice panning automation.
Bejeweling skin. Wrap me in your love. Let me breathe it in. Oh, make a scene of it too. Give me
The panning
those
automation.
different blues.
Did you use Bar Motion plugin for that?
The way you do me, 11 to 4, early in the morning, will need us in encore. Next time I'll cheat a print give you those
Damn. Damn. Max is cooking lately. Oh my goodness.
This was a
Dude.
certified banger.
Insanity. Nah, no, Sterling, you gotta listen to this. Sterling, this one. No, one thing about Max is he does play like all the instruments. I know he doesn't play drums, and he said that he didn't play the keys on this one, but all the rest are live instrumentation. He played the horns, he played all the layering. It's insane. Like, the thing is, like, did all the vocals. And you have gotten a lot better at mixing too from when you first started too.
took a trip to the ocean on a trip.
I played the keys that just weren't live. Yeah, yeah, that's okay. Like if you played the keys, like you, I understand what you're saying. Like you didn't like record them, but like you recorded the MIDI. Is that what you're saying?
Across the stage.
I think like see like it's funny because that what you're thinking of not playing them live when you're recording it. Technically, what I think what they meant by did you play it? And so when people say did you play like what are the live instruments, it might not be like an actual piano itself, but you still technically played them live.
I couldn't make you wait another lonely day.
That song should be in there now. Why did that send twice? No, you're
I
good.
never see you coming.
It happens. Sometimes it be bugging out.
I know where your mind has been.
Got it, Titan.
And I know you got to win. So cover me.
I'm gonna get to some of the free ones first, just so you know, Titan. But I got you.
Wrap me in your love. Let me breathe it in.
Yeah. What I would say, so only a few small things in mixing. Don't change a single thing of the production. Sounds great. I already said, I concede you are better at like composition than I am. Like whatever. I need to learn from you.
I couldn't make you wait another lonely day.
And I love the pain they have going on here. There's a few things in the mixing that
My friends, my pretty lips.
the first things first is I can tell. So Max, would you consider yourself a vocalist first or an instrumentalist first? I use a lot of 7 chords. Would you say you're more of a vocalist or an instrumentalist? And I already know. I knew your answer already because it's mixed that way. It's mixed right now, like your the instrumentation is like drowning out your vocals, your lead vocal. Like, because I know, like, and I have to say, I'm like that myself too, Max. Like, because I just love the instrumentation of things that I do. Like when I listen, and I'm sure you might be the same way as me. When it comes to when you listen to a new song, like, I don't know if you're the same as me in this, but I realize that I don't know the lyrics to a lot of songs because I'm just always listening to what's going on in the background. Like,
My baby likes a party.
I'm just listening to like the melody of the vocal is more important than what's being said to me.
You could never do
Like-
me wrong.
Max is like, yes, you know.
You make me wanna write a million songs.
See, I know, we're here. Like,
Show me all the ways that you can make me better. I've heard that it's not.
I can tell by the way that you mixed it, because the lead vocal needs to come up in volume. Because like for a track like this, Max, like when I think of tracks that are similarly produced, like the vocal, what's being said is like the forefront, because this is kind of made, well, your tracks are kind of like a Broadway play. I like to think them as the way that the productions are done. Think of like a Hamilton, but I think, in my opinion, way cooler, because I don't really like Hamilton at all.
Rubies, bejeweling skin.
Because you're and you can also tell because your harmonies are so loud, because you're like, this is the saucy part. But when it comes to the mixing side of things, you have it backwards, in my opinion. I personally would much rather have your vocal be more of a forefront, because you're the lead. Think of it like this. Like you're playing in like a concert band, right? You're playing in a concert band, and someone's standing on stage and they're the lead trumpet player. And the rest of the band's like, you can't play louder than the lead trumpet player, right? You have to accent them. Like there might be the soloist that's on stage, right? Or a solo violinist on stage, right? Or a solo pianist. And the rest of the group, their job is to support the sound of what the lead is, right? And right now, it's almost as if the band is trying to play over the lead. And you want to make it in a sense that they're more supporting the lead than drowning the lead out, because the lead's the most important part of the mix here.
In your love, let me breathe it in. You make a scene of it too.
Yes, so what I would do, I honestly would lower the instrumental in its entirety and your harmonies if you're like near peaking, in favor of having your lead vocal be like the forefront of the mix. Your lead vocal should be like in your face, and then the rest of those horn stacks are just kind of like little accents to what you're doing, you know? Like, and the drums, what I would say, the next thing I'll say is the mix is a little weirdly stereo. Like, I like that it's separated and you can hear the individual parts, but there's not, it feels like there's almost like a gap here in the center that I would like to be filled out a bit more. And that could be like just having some of your instrumentations panned within the first, like, you know, you're using Ableton. So like think 25 to like 10, those, because it's a bit different than other DAWs when it comes to that. Like Pro Tools does this, I'll show you. Like Pro Tools for some reason's mad weird, or not mad weird, but Pro Tools goes from a scale of like 100 to 100 left right, whereas Ableton, you pull up Ableton, and where are we at? Boom, which is what you use. And Ableton, what it does is you got like it goes to up 50 to 50. So, I wish they just standardized that. It's so annoying. But, anywho. Yeah, just a bit more in towards the center in the mix. Bring up the lead vocal. The drums, a bit more high. I want some more snap on that snare. Because I'm getting the transients coming through, but I'm not really getting like your snare feels a bit weak. Like and bright. I would like it to be tiny bit brighter, just so it can cut through the dense like mixing you have going on here.
A party and she could never do me wrong. Take a trip
Nice. Bass sounds great.
Give you those shit of
See, some of those toms get a bit lost. The floor toms and everything, it feels like they're almost like cut out some of those low resonance frequencies that come out from those. But yeah, Max, that's literally it. Holy crap, that is insane. You should be so proud of that. Insanity. Yeah. Let me see what was being said. Sorry, I was in the zone. Feels great to listen to. Yeah, it's insane. Yeah, the vocals could be farther forward. The reasoning I mentioned doubling, automate the vocals, custom EQ, and I think you'll go far. Yeah, dude's insane. Like, especially the volume of the vocal. I think he's got, Corey outranks. I don't like thinking of it like that, Skybird. Come on. I'm teaching myself and all this, and I have to go through my own stuff, do the same. Yeah, Skybird, I always think of it as like, I've been doing it for a long time. Like, that's all it is. Like, fortunately I got my undergrad degree in it. So like I worked in the studio. So to me, like, I was kind of like put on blast to like learn this really fast at the studio that I was at. Cause like I mentioned briefly, but like it was a very toxic environment. And the amount of like, I had to learn very fast. Like we're talking like the studio owner was a complete dickhead. Like, he's like what you would think, like a million times doing a vocalist. If you're slow as an engineer, you're fired, type dude. Like, I had to learn to be really quick. One of my first things to like prove my worth at the studio was I had to learn how to use Melodyne in a day, because I never used it before. And he basically said I had to pay for it, by the way, out of pocket. So I went home, learned Melodyne. I like read the manual and learned Melodyne, and then he gave me this boy band track to work on the when I came in, and it was like the amount of harmony stacks in there was like insane. Fortunately, I had like music theory knowledge that I could help out, but some of the pitches were not quite. They were pretty off at times, and I had to like Melodyne the entire thing. And like if he like could hear the Melodyne, I had to do it again. So not a great workplace. But yeah. Anywho. Got a lot of clarity of the vocal. Yeah, no, clarity is no, yeah, for sure. Like, voice is another instrument added. Yeah, exactly. You got, I think still a little mid-heavy raise up. Yeah, it's just a matter of just cutting through the mix, some a bit more compression, but I wouldn't, just for the genre, not overdo it. That's the only thing. Yeah. Took notes, so I'm going to be back to work tonight. Hey, of course. I use that bit tongue-in-cheek. That's right! Tongue-in-cheek. Really great workout. Definitely tuned to SoundCloud, whatever. Streaming platform. Yes, he is. He's on, if you look at the Best of Space Hound playlist in the description, there's like 3 or 4 of his songs on there. I think he worked in New York. Have you been to Jimi Hendrix Studio? I mainly worked in New Jersey. I haven't really worked out of New York like that, to be honest with you. But I have not been to Jimi Hendrix Studio. I have not. I remember when I first learned how to use Melodyne, I hated it. Yeah, dude, it's definitely a learning curve when you have to learn to print everything in there. Pro Tools makes it a lot easier now that it's embedded inside of it. But like this was 2018 when I learned it, so it wasn't like embedded into Pro Tools. You had to like use the audio suite and not the audio suite. You had to like put it on the track, render the whole entire track by playing it, and if it froze, you had to keep doing it. It was so annoying. Yeah, all minor tweaks. Really, the song was 90% of the way there. Yeah, honestly, it sounds so good. So that's really all I got. Thank you, Max. You're the bomb. So I'm gonna get to some of the free ones, then I'll get to Titan. So I'll get to a few free ones. First, we'll get to Zorg real quick. I know he has a track. Let's get it. So we got C3 Dances of the Realm. Dance in the Shadows of a... Oh my... What did I read? Where did I get that from? Dance in Shadows of a Dream by Zorg. Where did I get that from? Sorry, Zorg. Melodyne Pro Studio. Didn't give me many of that good stuff. No Melodyne, no Valhalla, or any of the good stuff. No Echo Boy. Attention to details is minimum. Like here now. Come back with more money. Yeah, like... For me personally, like, I learned a lot just by, I call it trial by fire, because like you're pretty much, by first time, I was sweeping the staircase of the studio for like the longest time, for like probably like 6 months, and like no one really acknowledged me there at all. Like I said hi to everyone, tried to, like, I'm fresh out of college, I didn't know any better. Like I just thought that's just what the industry was like, and it kind of is like that, but essentially there was like 20 interns in like a hot room with like no AC, like all working on like social media promotion for this one artist on their roster. And eventually my professor knew, like, he went in there and basically said, you have my dude, like my favorite student, like sweeping the stairs, dude. He's like the top of the class, is what he said to him. So the next day that I went in, he basically like threw me into a session with an artist I've never met before. I've never did a session before with an artist, and basically had to just like run it, including vocal produce. And I've never did that before. So like, and I had to learn, and I had to be fast, and dude had no patience. So I call it trial by fire, because like I was thrown in the deep end, and I had to figure out how to swim. And I did. So we got C3, Dance in the Shadows of a Dream. Let's run it. That's what, man. 30-second mark. Thank you so much for swimming. That was Zorg. How cool. You got Plunderphonics is what he has as the hashtag here. Really cool. Like, really, I love that, like, very low bass, like, it's going there. It's there. It's got there's something special about the 1930s and the way that they had the upright bass. It just sounds so nice and warm, and it just adds this nice, the initial transient just adds this nice groove to a track. They don't make music like they used to. What I would say as far as this track goes, like, I love the ambience, I love the vinyl dirt, and the cool delays that you have on this. As far as like critiques go, maybe even it's maybe even adding like a sub bass drone in there would go crazy. Strange One, yes and no. I do have one more Discord sub, but I'm getting to some of the free ones first. So I'm going to get to yours before I get to the next subscriber. So I got you, dude. Lyrical Stellar on there. 2-part beat. Just part of the industry or a nightmare. Lots of vultures choking, squeezing for every scrap. Dude. It's ugly, man. That shit's ugly. Especially though, it gets worse when there's money involved. I've seen that shit get so ugly. So, statistically, you won't make it to 10 seconds of session. This is Skybird. Well, I hope the viewer retention time's higher than 10 seconds, Skybird. Shit. Yeah. Let's run it. You are not ready. That's right.
When I first set eyes on you, all you had me obsessed. No, you can't deny it. I know somewhere deep inside you wanted comfort in the fact I think about you all the time. Ain't it so romantic? You got no reason to panic, and I swear it won't be long for you to see what you mean to me. So I play your favorite song till it's mine. Play it one more time.
We made it! Follow if you're ready. That's right. Follow Skybird if you're ready. How cool. Yeah, this is the track that he submitted in the previous.
This was a certified banger.
Cool thing about what you could do with this track is like perfect timing for you is that the movie Obsessed being out right now and like using that kind of like the search terminology for that to your advantage because people are looking up the movie and everything. So having a track called Obsessed right now could give you a few extra clicks by someone clicking on the wrong thing and sticking around. Let's go. It's a rat race in the industry. As soon as one of my songs blew up, my next session engineer gave a shit mix, split contract, and here, sign this. When none of the songs he mixed blew up, it was an old song from 2019 before he worked with him. Tale as old as time. All of a sudden, motherfuckers want to work with you and everything like that. It's so, like, dude, like, it's so annoying in this shit. Or then you get the opposite. When someone else's song blows up and then all of a sudden they just feel like they're too big to talk to everyone who they used to work with. It works both ways. I did submit it, and yeah, I missed the Highway of Session by like a month, but I loved hopping on. That's okay. Oh my goodness, I keep reaching for this. What I would say, overall, you already know I love the production and the you all the time. The weirdness of this track in general. What I would say as far as like critiques go for this, I think it's just a matter of the mixing. I just really want some more punch out of this. Especially some compression sauce. Even if you have like brighten up the vocals a hair, having some parallel compression, really getting them to sound nice and thick. Those vocals, I think, is what the goal should be here in the mix. Yeah, some compression sauce would go crazy, I think. I still think the drums sound a bit too choked. Like, I want some more transient information. It feels like it's squashed. I'll have to see, like, if you could show me your processing for this track, like, on the master bus, I'd have a better idea, or, like, just, like, the vocal mixing in general. I'd be able to better help you with this. But I think that the main thing is just, I think that the vocals just need to sound a lot more up front and the drums need to punch a lot more. And that's really the gist of it. I think the weirdness, you already know I dig it a lot. So,
This was a certified banger.
hell yeah. Lots of bass stuff going on too. Yeah, the boom, the boom, the boom, boom. Super fun. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. Stuff. Thank you so much, Skybird, you absolute legend, for submitting. We're gonna listen to La La La, unfinished by Corey Music. We gonna run it. It's another free submission. You got this, Skybird. Hell yeah, dude. Oh, sometimes shorts be coming muted. Hold on.
I think I hear you again. La 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 la. Shit. Every time I hear someone, I'm
How wacky. That was Corey Music, La La La. Unfinished song!
This was a certified banger.
First off, how wacky. You have these really cool, like, Resident Evil synth going on. Was a lot of fun. The overall chaos. This track, if I had to say, was totally chaos. Back to mixing, I go, hell yeah. Thank you for stopping by, dude. We're in the key of D minor. So, but sometimes you go, you're like, but you're like, but you're really the root of. We're in the key of D minor, so make sure the auto-tune is in that. But also in your auto-tune, add your F sharp, because sometimes you're like. Add the F sharp in there, because sometimes it sounds like you want to go to the F sharp. That would have stressed me out if I didn't do that. Alright, but yeah, that's what I would do. Be careful of the vocal mixing. Some of the screams do pop out a bit too much. Be careful of the timing of the drums with the bass. It feels like it sometimes doesn't line up really nice. You're just like... You're like... There we go. That's what I would say mainly. Yeah, just be careful of the mixing on the vocals. And yeah, cool stuff. Thank you so much, Corey. We're gonna go to the next one. MJ Cabras. Razzo. Oh, I haven't done a Q shout out in a while. Hold on. So I have, after MJ, I have Sterling, then I have Eating Danger, then I have, I'm going to get to the premium one. So I'm going to get to a full review, so Titan. And then I'm going to get to more free ones, hold on. Which will be Sad Boy, Hydex, T-Money, DJ Graves, Razzo, and Ghost, or EBC Ghost. That's what I have as the queue. So we're going to get right back to it. We have 2 free ones, 1 full one, and the rest are free. Let's run it! Those Beautiful Lies by MJ Cabras. Let's run! Dun, dun.
Those beautiful lies you told me, they kept me close to you. Those beautiful lies you sold me, now I see they're not true. I won't let you confuse me. Your beautiful
Thank you, Sterling! You rock!
I won't let you control me. taken all that I could be. Sing a song that's not sung. Those beautiful lies you told me, they kept me close to you. Those beautiful lies you sold me, now I see they're not true. And I'm rising, and I'm rising.
That was Those Beautiful Lies by MJ. Cool. MJ, Those Beautiful Lies. Love the vocals we got going on. Love the ha ha ha. Sick vocals. Love where the bass is standing out here.
Not true.
MJ, my first question to you. So, are you paying someone to market your stuff?
I won't let you confuse me. Your beautiful lies are done. I won't let you control me.
Yeah, I would love, as far as like critiques go, I would say I would love for the vocals to be more upfront in the mix.
Those beautiful lies you sold me, now I see they're not true. I won't let you confuse me. Your beautiful lies are done. I won't let you control.
Yeah, I'd say more upfront with the vocals, less of the
Feels like the setting sun. You've taken my future from me.
Because I like the song overall. I think just the main thing is the vocal mix. I think it sounds a bit
Those beautiful lies you told me.
I think the overall when it comes to just letting me know next time MJ, like I do 1 minute 30 seconds of the free ones. You could tell me when to start it.
Now I see they're not.
Oh, okay, so you,
And I'm rising. And I'm rising.
the only reason why is because it's botted. Like the views are botted. That's why I'm saying. Are you sure? Because the views are botted on here. Bonk!
I'm rising from the ashes.
Some more width on those guitars.
Rising from
I think some more high end on those guitar in general.
I'm rising from the victory.
I was saying that because I wanted to warn you because that could hurt your account, dude. Like if you were hiring someone and they were like blowing smoke up your ass type thing. That's why I asked. Because like you got to be careful with the bot stuff. And I know that like you might have not done the botting yourself or whatever. Like, but it's clear to me.
All that's left is me. I'm rising from the ashes.
Does it tend to sound somewhat sad and low key at the start? Yeah, for totally.
Those beautiful lies you told me,
And I think
they kept me close to you.
the vocals, like, I think they sound too compressed. I would have a bit more low mid frequency because, like, overall, I want the mix to sound a lot warmer, and I'm not getting that.
Those beautiful lies you sold me, now I see they're not true. I won't let you confuse me. Your beautiful lies are done.
Just overall, I would just like the mix to sound a bit fuller because it just feels a bit squashed.
Feels like the setting sun. You've taken my future from me.
Just YouTube promotion.
You've taken the air from my lungs.
Although it is possible, but like the main thing is with that, like I think you're just using the promotion. If that's the case, MJ, then what you're targeting for the YouTube views like is not translating enough because you see here there's 330,000 views here, and I think this is the main thing here. Is that there's 330,000 views, but only 43 likes. Like the conversion is really bad and only 49 comments for the amount of views. Like, you're looking to try to get around, like, typically, like, with a track that does this organically, that gets to the 300,000s, you should see around, like, at least, like, around, like, a 5 to 8% engagement for the likes here. And that's what you're not getting. So whatever campaign that you're running is not, especially English-speaking countries, and promote them there. Yeah, that's odd, dude, because, like, something's not adding up. Like, it doesn't seem like, because like, I do, fun fact, I do like marketing. So when you see views like this with such low engagement here, like, it seems like if you are running ads organically, like, the hits, they're not targeting, like, a good, like, when you're targeting your demographics, you might be targeting English speaking, which is cool, but are you targeting your target audience? Or, like, what are you limiting your, what's it called? Are you narrowing down your audience enough? Because, like, the thing is, when you get to a lot of views, the whole goal, and I always say this to people when it comes to running ad campaigns, is that you could show a video to 100 million people, but are they going to pay attention? And are they going to actually turn into fans? That's your goal when you do these marketing campaigns, is to turn, like, potential, to get these viewers, to get, like, a fraction of these people to be your fans, right? And you're running the YouTube through the YouTube itself. I throw $100 at it and let it run for a couple weeks. So it might be where, like, there might be more specific stuff you need to target, because, like, to me, like, I don't care about this as much as I care about, as a marketer, the views. Yes, they're good vanity. I call them vanity metrics, because, like, okay, a video does a bunch of views, like, totally cool, but what is it doing for you? Like, to me, the engagement is, and your shares, and you're trickling in, you should see some sort of conversion to your other stuff. That's going to give a better picture as to what actually is going on with your campaign. And you can see, like, yes, you have probably ran some ad campaigns in the past for certain things, right? But I think just be careful when you're running ad campaigns for things like this, because you don't want it to, like, when you run a campaign incorrectly, what happens is the people who engage with it ends up kind of punishing you in the end, because it's going to start recommending your music to people that aren't fans. And when that's the case, when you post something new, right, which you could see here, watch, when I go to your latest stuff, let's go to latest, right, 4 days ago. So you might still be running campaigns. Okay, you might be running, never mind, you're still running campaigns for some of these. But in the case of, like, if you were running, let's just say, a bunch of, if you weren't running ads beforehand, because I would love to see what it was like at pre-running a campaign, but what ends up happening is you're going to end up having to spend more and more money to get out of this hole, because what YouTube's algorithm does, right, is it takes a track and it tests it to the people that seen your stuff before, right? And if they're not engaging with the video, which, if you build your audience from just pure, like, targeting the wrong people, it's going to most likely target people for this test that it does for not fans of yours. It's going to, like, stunt your growth for your future videos, causing you to have to pay for more going forward. So just be really careful when you're targeting with an ad campaign, to be very specific on what your target audience is, the age range, gender, and you also want to make sure that you want to be targeting, like similar artists to you, because, like, you could, like, when you run, like, a YouTube ads or a Google ad campaign for things like this, like, you'll see that'll ask you like what similar things should it suggest your stuff on. When you narrow it down that way, it's a much higher chance that the conversion will stay. But yeah, that's what I would recommend. So I hope that's, I don't know how to do any more than just specify country. I think the similar artists, MJ, will go such a like way further for you, in my opinion, because like to me as like a marketer, when I see like this amount of views with this little engagement, my first instinct is this is botted, even if it's not. If it's not botted, then my second instinct is the campaign's targeting the wrong people, because the people are not. It's clear to me that if you're hitting 330,000 people, right, and only 49 comments are doing it, your engagement rate is like below 1%. We're at like 0.0 something percent, right? And you want that to be like closer to like 8%. That's the goal. So now it's a matter of just really, really going in and drilling. Yes, I don't know how to do any of that stuff. That's okay. And I think MJ, like, what I would highly recommend for you to do is what you could do. I know I went way over for yours. I know I just like talking about this stuff because anyone could find this stuff helpful. But what you could do, MJ, is look at like similar artists to you. So if you do country, right? Like, think of like another country act that you were a fan. Thank you for the follow. I didn't even notice that music, but I didn't even notice that. Thank you so much for the follow over there on Twitch. But what I would highly suggest for you to do is look at similar country acts and look up like their demographics or fan base, and then use that as a starting point for you when you start your campaigns and target that demographic. And I think for you, the last thing I'll leave you on, I just like marketing stuff. Meta ads, I think, would be more up your alley, because I think for country music, I think meta, like targeting Facebook, would be a lot more effective. And yeah, I don't know how to do any of that on that engagement quite dramatically. Yeah, I think like you have to try to get as close as possible to your sound. That's the goal. Like, think male artist, country, around your age, and find something like that. And I think you'd be on a better start for that. So that would you say. Promote on other social app. Accurate target. Yeah, I'm telling you, like Facebook is the way for you, MJ. I think YouTube, like you're gonna get much more bang out of your buck targeting people on Facebook. Because if you're willing, like as to me, like if you're paying for a campaign, like authentically running through the YouTube promotion, and you're like, this means that you're like putting a decent amount of money down for promo, right? If you did that same amount of money on Facebook, where your target audience will be more active, I think that you'd get a lot more hits on there organically, and you would get a lot further with the money that you're spending. So just my thoughts. I hope that's helpful. Honestly, I think that's probably more helpful than the than the music review itself. So that's what I would recommend. That's what I'd recommend to you. Yeah. Fun fact: I'm a music business major at like getting my master's at Berkeley, so I know a thing or two. I got you. So we're going to move on to the next one. Thank you. I know I went on a tangent, MJ. Sorry if I talked your ear off, but I hope that's helpful. I wish you the best of luck, and I promise you, I really think Facebook like would be the wave. I'm a full country listener. The vast majority use. There you go. Titan says right there. Right there, case in point. Yeah, try it out, MJ. I really feel like you'd get a lot further with the money you're spending. Like, I don't think like, because to me, if you're spending a lot of like, to me, like hundreds of dollars spending it on promo for YouTube stuff, and you're only seeing slight engagement, like you're just burning money at that point. Like, it makes a lot more sense to, instead of doing that, try to target somewhere else that would probably be more effective. So we're going to listen to Weaving Spiders Unreleased. Let's get it by Sterling.
I've been on this, I've been on that. I've been flew there, I've been flew back. I've been had racks, don't call my cap. My shoes the reason my phone is tabbed. I've been on this, I've been on that. I've been flew there, I've been flew back. I've been had racks, don't call my cap. My shoes the reason my phone is. Tell you something you don't know, little nigga. Had to get it out the mud, off the flow, little nigga. Weaving spiders, come not here. So tone deaf, I cannot hear. Bitch, you talking to a millionaire. Well, not yet, but I'll get there. I'm dangerous, so don't come near. Abracadabra, poof, I disappear. My stun on
Nice
the
lines.
Simmons. Don't come around my circle with the bad minutes. Make the money double up. I'm a magician. Selling music so I can finesse some actresses. Roll with me, motherfucker. Glow with me, I'm stoned as 4 hippies. Top shelf I had got from Sin City. Check my page, I'm kicking it with 50. I've been on this, I've been on that. I've been flew there, I've been flew back. I've been had racks, don't call my cap. My shoes the reason my phone is tabbed. I've been on this, I've been on that. I've been flew there, I've been flew back. I've been had racks, don't call my cap. My shoes the reason my phone is.
I been had this one, I just got that one. Canary gold, ever left the black one. The diamonds giving Michael Jackson. The Rolex missing out in action. Only pull it out when I mean.
Cool. That was the 1 minute 30-second mark. Thank you so much for submitting. That was Weaving Spiders Unreleased by Sterling.
This was a certified banger.
How fun. No, the wordplay on this was awesome. I think Sterling is hella talented. I'm sure you'll be seeing me again. I appreciate it. I hope that was helpful. I really do, because I honestly love doing this stuff.
Me and your girl plus 3.
What I would say, Sterling, cool track, love the flow. I love the vocal chop. Did you chop that? Like, it sounds like you recorded a vocal yourself and did that. Correct me if I'm wrong. What I would say, the main thing in this is Sterling is in the mixing, and I'll go into that. We need some compression sauce on the vocals, some brightness. A lot of the times, especially with like hip hop vocals, you tend to find a lot more bright. Like the vocal mix tends to be brighter. So don't be afraid to really go ham on some of those high frequencies. Like what I tend to do is I'll use like a analog EQ, usually something along like an SSL E channel is pretty saucy, but you can use like a high shelf EQ and then essentially just like raise from like 12K up in a high shelf, and I think that it would just brighten up the track a lot. Vocals could come up in general. I think the track overall, like the mix is on the low side, so having some mastering sauce on it to bring it to like commercial volume. And one thing that's really great about mastering is that in the master, when you put like things like a limiter on the master and stuff like that, it's going to glue everything together more, and you're going to get a more cohesive sounding mix just by having a master on it. So I would highly suggest looking into that, like a limiter or a clipper on the master bus. And yeah, dude, cool track. Thank you.
This was a certified banger.
Yeah, so much grit in the lyrics. Where am I on the list? I got you. So much grit in the lyrics. It's such a gentle voice. Yeah, great combo. No, yeah, I think track is sick. Sterling, you absolute beast. So I have Eating Danger. Then I'm going to be doing a Discord subscriber, and then after that, Hydex, I have 2. Then I have Sad Boy, Then You, T Money, DJ Graves, Razzo, and EBC Ghost. So let's get it. The Smell the Rot by Eating Danger. Let's get it. Cool chords already. That was Strange One. Smell the Rock. Cool track overall.
This was a
I really
certified
like this
banger.
You're in the key of. What's interesting about that is you're in the key. We're in E flat major, and what's interesting is you go to this. What's interesting is you go to like this this you go to the B natural, which is a lot of fun. So you technically you're flatting the 6. You're flatting the 6 in this, which is really cool. The 808, sometimes things are a bit out of key, but just keep in mind when you're coming up with the bass, like, and your other elements, like this the main synth, that do 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 do, that main idea that comes in is in E flat major. It's interesting, like if you went back and forth between E flat and then doing this like B natural when it changes the chords, I think would be a lot more effective, which would be really sick. What I would say as far as critique, Sterling, I got you. I'm gonna go into what a bit of what you said. I think that would go a long way. It's just the key of the bass at times feels like it's a bit conflicting with what's going on in the background. There's these overtones and these bells that I honestly would get rid of. If it, like, I think it would sound a lot better, some of these overtones and the bells in the upper mids, and that I would just remove entirely from the track. But like, other than that, cool swing, cool track in general. I don't really have anything else. Cool stuff. Thank you. Strange One. But yeah, Sterling, when it comes to things like that, going to a pro studio, tracks engineer was trained on a 3 times Grammy winner. So, dude, I can't tell you, like, I worked with a lot of people that were Grammy winners, or they were like, one had like a gold plaque or a platinum plaque or a diamond plaque. Diamond plaques, usually they have a lot more going on average, but I can't tell you how many times that I've heard some of their stuff, like, and I'm just like, their more recent stuff, and I'm just like, how did your name get on this project? Like, you'd be surprised. People out here are leeches, man. People out here are leeches. And they're just like, yeah, you know, I worked under so-and-so. You know, how come you're not... And I remember having a phone call with this one dude a while back. And I got sent a track of, funny enough, Hunter. And the production was just so, like, cringy. Like, I was like, this is painful to listen to. And, like, on the phone, like, I was telling him, I was like, dude, the mixing is not it. Like, you gotta rework. Please give me the stems. Let me mix this. Like, I want to rework the track entirely. And he's just like, well, the guy's like had like a track with so-and-so, and he did this one, and blah, 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 blah. I'm just like, bro, none of that shit matters. I'm listening to what I'm listening to, and it sounds bad. Let's fix this. Like, it was just like, people get this ego in their head. I'm just like, bro. Anywho, yeah, it happens. So, yeah. Anywho, and rant. Happens a lot. This is Inception 2, so this is Discord sub, so we're going to be listening to it in its entirety. Then we get back to the free ones. Let's run it. Realization, very unfinished. Dude, is it a 2-track? Sorry, Titan. Sterling, is it a 2-track in vocals? Or is it like you have all the beat stems? He's like, bro, like, like, bro. 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 5, 4. Nice. A lot of 5-4 in there. That was Inception 2, Realization. How fun! What's going on? Welcome
This
to the
was a
live stream,
certified
dude.
banger.
I'm sorry. I noticed that you, what's going on, dude? I thought you were the person who was on Twitch. What's good? So, overall, I love the time signature changes and everything like that. Yeah, Sterling, please let me fix that. If you have the stems, I'll literally half my rate for you just to fix that for you. I will literally, dude, I will, like, if, dude, if you can get me the stems, I'll literally, like, I'll charge, like, normally for mixing, so I do 2 tracks, I do 150 for 2 tracks, and usually full stem mixes, I do 200, and then mastering, I'll add 50 on top, but mastering by itself, it's 100, but I literally charge you, bro, if you can get me the stems tonight, if it's just a 2-track and vocals, I'll charge legit $50, get it to you tonight. like, and it'll be done. Like, please let me fix it. Scooty of the Reptile, what's good? So, as far as critiques go for this, I love the weird time switch stuff. What's going on? Call Seth. Screw you! So production, I think, is so sick. I know you're looking, this is very unfinished, so it's 10% done. 10% done! We'll have words, but at least 3 times long when finished, just letting you know. So as far as like reacting, I really like this. Just make some of those string stacks feel a bit realer by stacking them with the other string sounds. I think will go a long way. I think, like, compositionally, it was very interesting to me. I don't know, there wasn't much. It would be cool if you had, like, a section where it's like you had more of like the lead up front, or having more of like a melodic lead at a certain point in this. But I know you're gonna have vocals in this that are probably screaming, so I know that's probably what's gonna supplement that. I don't really have much else to do. I just think it's an interesting track, like, because it's such an early stage. I don't want to say too much about the mixing because, like, you're still working on it very actively. I think the track has a lot of potential. I think adding some sort of melodic lead in there would go a long way. And yeah, dude.
This was a certified banger.
Yeah, Sterling. Again, no pressure. You do not have to do that. You do not have to. It's fine. But no pressure at all on you. But if you're interested, I will fix it. I got you, dude. So we're going to be moving on to the free ones. So we got Sad Boy, Hydex, T-Money, DJ Graves, Rozzo, EBC Ghost, and Automated Friend Con. Then we're good. So Sad Boy is next. Then we got Hydex.
Somebody don't know who I was before.
Cool, that was Sad Boy. Bad Kid by Sad Boy. Very like Green
This was a
Day-esque.
certified banger.
But it kind of gives this what does this remind me of? It's definitely has this part is very very Green Day. Overall, it's like Green Day, but if you had like a rapper from like the 2017 era, it would go hard. So super fun. Dude, that's kind of crazy. It's almost 10 years ago. That's kind of crazy. That's blowing my mind. So overall, I think the track is sick. I like the vocal melodies they have going on here. I think as far as like critiques go in the mixing, that guitar that's in there, if you have the stems in there, the low mids of the guitar sound super weak. I would love a lot more fullness in those low mid frequencies. And in the vocals as well, less upper mid frequencies on the vocals. Lower the retune speed. You could hear that it's trying to get to notes, like the retune speed and the autotune's too fast. So, especially here, like like there's this one like there's some notes that feel like they're like not locking into the chords, so it creates these weird dissonance that happen at times. Just double check that it's in E flat minor or D sharp minor. It's the same thing. And yeah, thank you so much. We're gonna be moving on to the next one, which is Hydex. Hydex. Let's run it. We're getting to the next one. Cool. We got Hydex next with their own website. Okay. Cool. Welcome to Blazio, powerful fake audio with advanced detail. Let us permanent may retain. All right, cool. Let's run it.
Oh, life is a different story for the visionary creative mind of the mind's eyes. Thoughts that dance in a pale moonlight, setting a spark of a transpanning in advance of twilight. And the people twist and dance in the starlight. Warm fire drives everything alright. Our toast goes here for the ones who are near the cheer and the wonders that happen every year. All those lullabies dancing in my head. Focus on the now and the future instead. All these options made and promises to the ones that I love the most. I'm so happy I can't lie. It's a lullaby, sweet dreams to fall on every night. Life is changing, never gonna be the same, and I can say that that's okay.
Cool, that was Hydex Lullaby. Thank you so much, Hydex.
This was a certified banger.
That's right. That was Hydex. Cool stuff. So we got what key are we in? We're in
Oh, life is a different story for the visionary creative mind.
it's really
Dance in the starlight, warm fire drives everything alright. Our toast goes here for the ones who are near the cheer and the wonders that happen every year. All those lullabies dancing in my head. Focus on the now and the future instead.
I would make the auto-tune B flat major. It's B flat major. B flat major is the key because we got this. Bum, bum, bum. I believe.
making promises to
This the vocal feels like it's a little bit disconnected.
the ones that I love the most. I'm so happy I can't running in advance. So
Yeah, because you go. I'm sorry. It goes from.
oh, life is a different.
Cool track. Just less highs on the vocals. Turned down the vocals in general. Sparse the key on the auto tune, and
Instead of these options.
yeah, that's really it. Thank you. Hell yeah.
Certified banger.
Thank you so much, Hydex. We gonna move on to the next one, which is T Money. T Money. All right, let's run it. Yeah, with the autotune stuff, like I do like autotune leads. Like I like what heavy autotune leads, but the problem is like a lot of times, like they'll have the autotune like not set to all the notes in the key, but they're only doing a few, so it's gonna try to search for extra notes. So you'll have you'll be on whole like in the key of F minor, right? So you have like it'll be like instead of it being like just holding, but let's pretend like the vocals. It'll be like trying to do all these other things, which it'd be like trying to like stay on the one note. You're like, dude, I get what you're trying to do, but the autotune's just trying to find a note too fast. That's like going in between other notes. It's either like if you want a heavy autotune, the best way is to melodyne it into the autotune. That way you fix the note and it stays on the note. And it still sounds super auto-tuned, but you don't have that weird, like, trying to find a bunch of notes type sound. All right, we're going to run in. Yeah. Say Your Mind demo by T Money.
It's not that easy, but you do. I wish you could teach me, or maybe you just don't feel the same way. Maybe you know you'll heal. Tell me lies, so I can sleep tonight. On my mind. Tell me lies, but please don't say goodbye. Please don't be with these eyes, so I can't keep my eyes closed. Eyes closed. Say your mind, be with these eyes, so I can't keep my eyes closed.
Cool. That was 1 minute 30-second mark. That was Your Mind demo. So T Money, yeah. It's Feel Good Garage. No, totally. I love it. I think there's not much to say about this. It sounds good. Like the vocals. I think you can even do some fun like vocal effects and then certain parts would be super sick. I dig this not abrasive controlled lo-fi meets dance. Yeah, honestly. Like I like those ping pong delays you got. Even more fun with some of those like extra ear candy synths that you have going on there. Like don't be afraid to like pan them further out. I think it's gonna need like a master on it. Like I think you get a bit more punch out of the master in general. Out of some of those kick drums. But dude, sounds great. Sounds great. I think you did a great job with the balancing. Like the Colset said about the balancing. Yeah, honestly, I don't have anything really to say about the mixing, really. I think you did a great job. Cool. Sounds great. Honestly, that's something if I heard it, I'd probably like it on Spotify. These 6 Mafia 3-6 Mafia type beat, Hate My Swag. Oh my goodness, I haven't heard the word swag in the longest time. Holy crap, that's a throwback. I remember people in high school, when I was in high school, people were like saying that unironically. That was a time. Oh, Dr. Indy didn't submit today, Agreeable. I hope all is well with you. Likewise. Cool, that was the 3-6 Mafia beat. That was Hate My
This was
Swag.
a certified banger.
Cool track, dude. Overall, love the ominousness of it. Over the keys are sick as well. The track is a lot of fun. Love when the bass comes in later on in the track. We have the 808 comes in. What I would say, as far as critiques go, I would swap out the clap sound. It has a weird kind of note ring to it. I'm not really a fan of that clap. I think I would use the 3-6 Mafia and try to find a specific song and try to like recreate the sound of some of the drums. Like, I think would go a long way. It's like the panning of the hi-hats, like it feels a bit too mono. Like, I would like some more width on some of the stuff. So like panning your hi-hats further out. I prefer, like with the hi-hats, I tend to pan them to the left. But with like stuff like this where it's like it kind of has this like this more hip hop trap kind of feel to it. Like, don't be afraid with the hi-hats, like having like a one hi-hat and some of your extra hi-hats pan to the other side of the headphones. Like, don't be afraid to like mess around with some of the panning with different hi-hat sounds. Especially with that open hi-hat sounds, like having those pan further out. Because I do hear some light panning, but you could go even more ham, because yeah, the bass, like the bass I dig, but the kick drum, it feels like the kick and the bass are not really married together. I like a bit more separation, and overall some mastering on the track and get a lot more punch out of some of the bass going on here by doing some like clipping on the master bus, and I think you get the track a lot punchier. Cool track. Thank you. We got Razzo next. Let's run it. I know Razzo was here. I don't know if they're still here, but let's get it. This is Grist for the Mill.
We can be together and just let go of what crosses our mind. 'Cause I've never been quite sure of almost anything except for this. And what I know is as real as anything else. I've been running circles filled with guilt and all of these regrets. Yet I know that the card I was dealt was nothing less. And what I know is as real as anything else. And it's got love to give if you're ready or not. You've got to be here. The sun don't shed tears, and where I've been is true.
There we go. That's the 1 minute and 30-second mark. Thank you so much for submitting, Razzo. You rock.
This was a certified banger.
So, sick track. I love the tremolo you have on the guitars. The overall, like the live drums in there as well. Really nice. It reminds me, what does this remind me of, artists?
I've never been quite sure of almost anything except for this.
I think the main thing, as far as the critiques go on this, Razzo, is I just would like a lot more warmth in the track in general. And I think there's like this low mid frequency band that I would just love a lot more of just in general on this.
And what I know
Especially in the vocals.
is as real as anything
Mac
else.
DeMarco is what Colstead says.
I've been running circles filled
Even with some of those
with
toms, they feel like they're a bit thin.
regret.
Oh, Somber! Yeah!
Yet I know
Yeah!
that the card I was dealt was
Yes! Yes!
nothing less.
I think just filling out the low mid frequencies in general for the track. I love the rest. The mixing is, I can hear everything. Everything has a nice amount of space. Vocals nice, dead center. I like you had the panning on the drums. It's chill. What more could you ask? Love it. Thank you so much for submitting. You rock, Razzo. I hope you're here. If you're not, oh no. So we got 3 tracks left for the night. So if you're going to submit now, forever hold your track until this upcoming Friday. And if you haven't seen the latest Discord announcement, I highly recommend checking that out. So we got I Hate This Ghost by Ghost. So I love when seeing people's files, by the way. So this is going to be fun. Let's hear it.
Ghosty was here.
Thank you so much, Cole Seth. Why is it not? There we go. That was I Hate This by Ghost.
This was a certified
Cool
banger.
track. Love the punchiness of it. It's funny. I like that you have the description in the description it says if it's loud. That's the point.
This was a certified banger.
Hell yeah, dude. Overall, yeah, I always love some heavy hitting stuff. I come from a metal background, so I'm all for it. When I say as far as critiques go, what I would say is the main thing in the mix is the vocals need to be up in volume. Be careful of the distortion and this stuff. You can get a lot more punch if it wasn't clipping. Some of this stuff. Because you could hear the track like ducking manually, so just be careful of that in the mixing. Cool track! Thank you. We're going to move on to the next, which is Cole Seth, which we got. Let me make sure that I got you. Boom, boom. This is what I've been working on lately. A visual album mixture of human voice freestyle meets AI, plus endless edits, comps, mixes, etc. Okay. So thank you for disclosing the AI. You rock, dude. All right. Let's get to it. So this is Bridge the Gaps, Cole Seth Puppet Core at its finest.
Bridge the gaps to carnal cracks. I'm feeling like a whole animal waiting in my respiratory wait. Nothing came about it in the end. In the end. Oh, bridge the gaps to carnal cracks. I'm feeling like a whole animal, and I want to wait for my friend Hope. Undoubtedly known is the measurements of your life. Undoubtedly scolded in the cold ocean waiting. The doubt in me grows just like an old peasant pacing. Patience is told through the stories that you live.
With a current temperature of 76 degrees.
Yes, they are. No, they're not.
Okay, yes, they are.
No, they're not. Snap back, you cannot get what you wanna be no more. Snap back, you cannot get what you wanna be. Bye.
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 Bye. Bye. Why are you in this phase of life for? Sharing all our exploratory toys and more. Feeling kind of daunted, undaunted grows. And I know I'm not defending, but I'm also a loaf. Toasting to bread and cheese. Philosophy.
Mixed bag of greens.
Cellophane in trees. Plastic in the knees. Will you wash me in my belief? Leaf or let me burn.
Meow. Mommy.
Mommy.
I think that's it, right? Let's go. That was Bridge the Gaps by Cole Seth Puppet Core at its finest. Cool.
This was a certified banger.
Let's go. So Cole Seth, cool track overall. You're gonna hate me. One of my big I can't stand AI. That's probably my. I know you disclose it. But one of my biggest pet peeves is AI, and I'm just letting you know, like even if it's visuals or like in the track and everything, I just hate it. But that's okay. I forgive you because you're Cole Seth. Don't worry. Tells you how hot it is. Oh, you should hear it. Like my alarm. When fun fact about my alarm is that it'll start telling me news, and like and every morning I'll wake up to my alarm and it'll say like sunny skies and blah 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 blah. And today's headlines brought to you by Google, and it'll be like 13 people shot and blah 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 blah. And it'd be like we bombed Iran or blah 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 blah. I was just like, and then at the very end, after reading like 5 or there was one where it was like someone found dead in the middle of the blah blah blah, and then it's like. And then at the very end, it's just like, have a nice day. And it has the soothing music that goes off. And I was like, gee, thank you so much for telling me. But Cole Seth, I think the idea is totally fine. I just don't know the workflow of it. No, but what I'm doing is due to time constraints with kids. I work my first voice. No, I get it. Like, I get the reason why people use it. Like, I totally get it. It's just, for me personally, it's just, I hate it. I hate how it's trained off of people without the licenses. I have had tracks that I've worked on that were trained without my consent on some databases. And just the overall like lack of consent, the question marks of who owns what. But I get it, as far as like a recreational thing and whatnot, like I don't have a problem with that. But then also on top of it, the leeching of streams on Spotify and the small revenue that artists are getting, just the overall, like I could just keep going on. But it's okay. Don't worry, Cole Seth. I forgive you. I'm sure. I'm sure that you edit a lot, because I've used AI before. Like I know how it works. Like these, like for example, like Sora or Suno. Like I know how they work. Like I've used them because you kind of have to in this space. Yeah, you kind of like, I feel like if you don't know how to use them, like you're kind of like not with the times or whatnot. Like you kind of, as a producer / engineer, like know the tools that are out there. So I do recognize like for example, because before this whole AI craze, like back in like 2020, 2021, like I remember finding the first AI video platform that came out. I forgot what it's called, but it was way before Suno, like years before Suno was doing it. And they were announcing that they were going to be the first company to do it, and they weren't publicly available yet. And at that point, what I did for just to show like what I did for one of, this is before the AI blew up as big as it did in the mainstream as far as for art in the art space, was I made a whole thing for my brother, because I do a joke with him every year. And one of the years that I did, this is like around 2021-ish, is that I did it was 2023. It might have been 2023 when it first was coming out. And what I did was I did like a Breaking Bad Choose Your Adventure for him, and I voice acted through Kit's AI, and I like trained the model to use off of my brother's voice, because we did joke songs. So what I did was I took all of the joke songs and basically created a data set using like 30 plus minutes of my brother's talking in between the takes, because I could extend them and whatnot, and then created an AI model of my brother's vocals, and then spoke using his voice for the story. So I know how all this stuff works. I got you, dude. Do I have fun with it? Yeah, learning new tools and whatnot. Yeah, no, it's yeah, no, totally. As long as it's like, for me personally, like the main thing is 1, the data centers, 2, the lack of consent, and 3, taking revenue from artists that spent the time. Like if you're not doing like if you're doing things recreationally, like I don't have a problem with it. It's a tool. But the main thing I have a problem with is when people try to pass off that they made something and it's AI. But you didn't do that. You were awesome and disclosed that. So that's why the way you did it, like if you were to use AI on this live stream, you just tell me beforehand and it's fine. just say, hey, I used AI and blah blah blah. As long as you disclose it with me, like I don't have a problem with it. Just like the only difficulty that from my perspective for the when I get an AI track, it's like it's hard for me to, because I work the live streams right off of like I look into the mixing, the production, and the mastering of things, and when I'm handing an AI track, I'm kind of at like a loss of like what to say, because I'm like, how can I improve? Like because I always like to say things that's like, how do I improve this that's sent to me? You know what I'm saying? And it's hard to do that when it's AI. Like from my, you know what I'm saying? So you remember me? Hell yeah, Mr. Monkey Reels. I'm here. Yay, welcome my attendance show. Because like I can't really talk about like the mixing and stuff because it's like you can't really edit it like that.
Feeling like a whole animal waiting in my respiratory wait. Nothing came about it.
No, because I've heard your real productions. Like I've heard your stuff that you've made 100% yourself. So I know you could produce. Like that's that. I don't like. I know that you can actually do it. You know.
In the end,
dude, I'd love to hear you like sing that.
oh, breach the gaps to carnal cracks. I'm feeling like a whole animal, and I want to wait for.
That would be really fat. Like I would love one thing. Like, dude, you should like sing that like part. I would love to hear that. Yeah, dude, it's a lot of you want to get it an actual consistent story. Yeah, you have to keep prompting. So I can also give a little brief of also like how I know how the AI video stuff works very well is because my wife worked at a company and she was a social media coordinator at a company, and she was hired to do videos and like essentially like pay attention to trends, hop on trends for the company, and eventually they found out about AI video, which was around the time when it started like, you know, popping off where it became like commercially available, and that companies were starting to adopt it. Like when Google Neo 3 or Neo 2 or Neo 3 came out, something along those lines. And essentially what her company was basically telling her, like her job went from her editing a bunch of posts for the company and like, you know, working in and editing photos and stuff like that to now she's prompting AI and they're not understanding the limitations of it. Like when you prompt a video, like they didn't understand that you can't just edit one thing in the video. Like it has to regenerate an entire video over from scratch again. And they weren't getting that. So it would take like a whole day of her trying to like prompt it to get it to be correct. and just waste a ton of time, and it was just like a back and forth, and then they were getting mad. They're like, well, like we're paying all this money for the AI, like and they just weren't understanding that it's not there yet. Like there's limitations to it. It's not perfect. Like, and yeah, no, and she ended up actually leaving the job because of that, because they just weren't understanding. She literally like one day she just got her stuff. Like one night there was more to it. There was like the boss is also being like a dickhead, but she literally just packed her stuff and never went back. Like so fun fact. Was this the last song? No. I got you. Oh, you did. Oh, please. Let me, and I'm gonna get to the next one. I don't wanna like take up too much of your time, but yes. Oh, you did. Okay, he did. Hold on. Another thing with Suno, dude, be careful. Oh, it's dang it. I'll do this off stream. I got you. I'll listen off stream. Another thing with Suno, when you type in your lyrics, you no longer fully own those lyrics. So just be careful of that as well. Because you grant them permanent ownership to train and everything like that. So if they generate your lyrics on someone else's, you can't sue them. So be careful of that. Zero attitude there forward. Yeah, if you could, yeah, I'll check that out after stream. I don't really have anything to say because I can't think of anything. I thought the video was cool. So I thought the video was cool. Like I know I did a whole thing on AI, but you know, I think you still had to think of the concept of it, and doing this kind of video, I totally get would be thousands of dollars if you had to actually pay for it. So totally get it why you did it this way. So it's okay, dude. Don't even trip. I'm very happy that you told me that it was AI first. So as long as you do that going forward, like, and you could submit AI stuff to me, just tell me, and you're good. No, just play it here. I'll send you the file. Oh, okay. Like, let me, in the meantime, while you get the file, I'm going to get to this free one real quick, and then while you send me the file, and I got you. Not a Lemonhead official music audio. Let's run it.
Automated Frank time. The citrus boy.
Yeah, I got you. Just send me the file.
Shiny peel, hard jaw. I bite back fast. Snap, no fraud. Cut my name in half. Let it bounce, yellow on me.
This is also AI. Oh no, this is AI too. It's okay. I got you. I'm gonna play yours next, so I'm gonna skip that one. All right, this is what. So okay, I'm curious what Colsa sent. So let me hear. Oh wait, why isn't it doing it? This is what.
Bridge the gaps to carnal cracks. I'm feeling.
Oh, so you sang it and then use that.
Nothing came about it in the end. In the end.
Oh, you did! You did do it!
Gaps to carnal cracks. I'm feeling like a whole animal, and I want to wait for my friend Hope. Undoubtedly known is the measurements of your life. Oh, undoubtedly scolded.
Dude, you should reproduce it.
The doubt in me grows just like an old peasant pacing. Patience is told through the stories that you live. Yes, they are. No, they're not. Okay, yes, they are. No, they're not. Step back, you cannot get what you wanna be. No
Dude.
Step back, you cannot get what you wanna be.
Impressive as hell, dude. I wish I could sing like that, man. Impressive. The lyric, like I could hear your vocals in that clear. Nice job, man. That shit's killer. I have one track. There's time. Yeah, submit it now. Submit it. You got time. I right now have only 2 tracks left for the day, so submit your track now or forever hold your track to this next upcoming stream. Just letting you guys know. I don't know if you know this. Oh, there we go. I don't know if you saw, but I did do a post on Discord, so just letting everyone know that I am going to be like raising the prices for the line skips and the subscriptions. We're moving to Patreon and everything like that. It's just because currently as the live stream states, it's just not sustainable at the current price point, and it's costing more money than it is. Like it's costing more money than what it's netting currently, and I do have to move soon and whatnot, so I don't want to have to stop doing the live stream. So unfortunately, I did have to raise the prices, but by doing so, I want to really make this my full time in what I do, and I'd be able to do so much more for you guys if I was able to do that. So I greatly appreciate everyone for understanding, for raising the pricings, and yeah, just letting you guys know. So I'm going to post it on, it's in the Discord server announcements if you haven't seen, but I will post it on YouTube as well. I plan on doing that, but I had to submit a homework assignment right before the stream, so I didn't have the chance. What's going on, Brawlstard? Hell yeah. There's raw voice. That's how I do these, a little bit more human authorship. Yeah, totally. Just be careful. Like, as I said before, like, even with the lyrics and the melody and all that, like, you're giving Suno the rights. And if you don't care, that's totally fine. Like, if you don't care, it's totally fine. But if you do care about ownership and all that, like, it gets really fuzzy when you even prompt something into AI that you first made. So just be careful of that. That's all. The Patreon link should be in the, yeah, again, I always hate having to do that. I kept the same price for 3 years, guys. You know me, like, at this point. Like, I hate changing the price of things, but unfortunately I have to. And I made sure, like, I did my research. I looked at other streams, and I was like, this is like where people are pricing things at. And I did a Patreon thing, like, and I did the math, and I was like, currently with the Patreon, it's at if you are a Discord subscriber, which I know Scrutiny of the Reptile, you do get a 30% discount code if you look in the premium submissions, like where you normally submit through the premium stuff. There is a discount code in there, so it'll use that code and you get 30% off your first month. So let's get Neuro's been here for a while. Let's get it. We got After Image. No, it's okay, Blog. We only have like 2 songs left. You're good. You don't got to do that. Now, I appreciate it because I always feel awkward talking about money, dude. Because at the end of the day, I love doing this more, but I kind of have to pay rent, and I have to move, and I have a wife. You know? Oh, this is sick. Peace out, Agreeable. Damn, dude! I'll let it play a little bit longer because I was talking over it a little bit. There we go. That was After Image. Thank you so much, Neuro. How cool!
This was a certified banger.
What can it get mad at nothing? I would talk about what. Yeah, exactly. Like that's the thing. When one gets that, a person needs to basically eat well and pay his rent, keep doing which those one can't even get mad or nothing when talking about money. Yeah, dude, I can promise you, like, the live streams lately have been like costing me more money than actually earning a little bit. So it's because they just raise the prices on a lot of these subscription things, and I'm just like, unfortunately, like, I have to do this. Like, I hate having to do that, but it is what it is, unfortunately, or else I may have to stop, but I don't want to stop doing it, you know? So we got After Image by Neuro. How cool. I love the fucking weirdness of the synths you got going on, the feel that's like kind of off kilter a little bit, like the heavy side change with the drums is super fun. Yeah, I hate talking about money, man. I hate it. Yeah, overall, I love the sidechain, the ducking. I think the production sounds super sick. It sounds super full, some of these synths. The main thing that I would say as far as critiques go, I want some more punch out of some of those drums. Like that snare having a lower layer that has some low mids in it would go crazy. It just feels like the drum, like some of the drums just, they feel like almost too squashed in the mix, where I want some more of those transients back in there. You could have some fun with the panning of that hi-hat when it starts doing those like 30-second notes, or is it 16-note triplets? One of those. Sound design is sick. I think mainly it's in the mix. Just get some more punch in the transients. Like if you're compressing the mix, just be sure that the if you have like a limiter on it or whatever, like be sure that the attack time isn't too quick, that it's like chopping off too much of those transients. And yeah, Neuro, I think that shit's fire, man. Hell yeah! It just feels like it's like it's just missing that oomph to it. That's all. Like in the mixing, production's so sick. Yeah, President said money is lifetime. I don't think Corey could actually be greedy. Thank you. No, Colin said, if I was greedy, this would have been a change done 3 years ago, man. I've been doing this for 3 years. For $3 a month for guaranteed play it and a full review, and $5 a month for a line, $5 for a line skip for 3 years. Like if I was greedy, I would have changed that price way earlier. Unfortunately, but I don't know. I just love doing these. I don't like talking about money. It's not fun for me. It feels awkward. On TikTok, yeah, this thing allows you to do it on TikTok. The only thing, I think you need 1,000 followers on TikTok first before you could do live streams or something along those lines. But Streamlabs allows you to like dual stream onto TikTok now. So I did think about that before. So yeah, hell yeah. No, they said they're nice guys finished last. Unfortunately, dude, I unfortunately, like I have to like make a living doing this. Like I have to, like I don't have a choice. I got to move out, man. Like, let's go. We got Addicted to Fan Fiction. So this is track number 3, Hello Guides. So third album. Damn, I don't want to ruin it. It says a little bit. Let's just dive right in. This is fun as hell. I love this. That's what mid-36 Mark. Thank you so much for submitting. We got a lot of blues scales going on. That was Addicted to Fan Fiction.
This was
Bye.
a certified banger.
By Agate and Show. How fun. Mario and Drugs. Yeah, this chaotic as hell in all the good ways. The drums are super up front. I love it. I love the vocal, the synth melody they have going on here. Super fun. You have a lot of these like blues scale things walking down, kind of like arpeggiated, which is a lot of fun. Overall, what I would say as far as critiques go, this one cymbal that comes in right after this, be careful, like, because you have everything like super up front and whatnot, when you have a crash, it's very easy for a crash to kind of get like pushed out of the mix weirdly when the mix is loud. So you just be careful. You might have to carve out some space from this crash to be able to like not have it feel like it's like distorting a little bit. It just feels a bit loud. Crashes are tough to mix but one thing about crashes is that they cut through a mix very easily. So like it's very easy to mix them very loudly, but less is more when it comes to those. Like it's more felt than heard. Megalovania. Be careful with the mixing, because like if you have certain things like it feels like the transient of the snares is a bit lost when you have all your synths in at time. So you might have to carve out some low mids out of some of your synths here just to make room, or like sidechain EQ. And there's some high end. I feel like you could tame some of this clank out of the snare, but really cool. I don't have anything else. Hell yeah. I think, is this the last one for the night? Next one? How do I say your name? Block Myas? Is that how you say it? So we got Big Dharma. I know you've submitted before. I just blank on how to say your name, dude. So, all right, cool stuff. Yeah, this is the last one for today. How fun! Alrighty, guys, everyone, let's run it. Nice.
De los condados más recónditos del cosmos. Mala hierba es tú. Block Mashus.
Oh, Block Mash. Más.
Voy a abrazarte hasta que estés bien. Lleno nightmares, loops con temáticas gram. Keeping el hat al mic y a tu oído secrets. Mi familia, una casa, mi enemigo regrets. Poniendo el mambo heavy hasta escuchar un goddamn. Un dale que el blog parte cualquier shit que le den. Voy a salvarte del pozo en que te caes. Recordemos a tus muertos, why listen to this shit. Escribo para suturar heridas y cicatrizarlas. Smallland, Big Dharma, Big Dharma, Smallland. Lo que sea que el éxito sea, casa for mama. Universitario rapa, rapa. Living for my little brain.
How badass.
Engañando en binario algún cero, soy un carnívoro entre carniceros.
Yes, he did submit a bit ago.
En un tiempo efímero. Vivo en un iglú con el culo bajo cero. Pispeo algún pimpero pingüinístico. Un gil en Cali grita califragilístico. Mientras mis degenerados gestan jeroglíficos.
Dude, how badass, man. I love your flow, dude.
This was a certified banger.
I love, nah, hell yeah. First things first, sick video. I love this instrumental, man. Like, it's so dirty. I love it. And your flow is so sick. The way that you're very animated when you're rapping is so awesome, dude. What I would say, the main thing as far as critiques go, now I want you to listen to the first part of this track, and then for when your lead vocal comes in, and the volume discrepancy. Watch this.
De los condados más recónditos del cosmos.
Like, maybe not the volume but I like how upfront, like, it feels like this is... This feels more in the mix than this does. Like, I feel like this vocal's a bit too dry.
Loops con temáticas
Some more high end on the vocals. I think get more aggressive with a hip hop track like this. Like, you could slam this shit in a compressor and do our Argentinian. Yes. Because I remember butchering your name like 20 times, dude. If you want, I can send you. Nah, this shit's fire, dude.
Salvarte del pozo en que te caes. Recordemos a tus muertos. Why listen to this shit? Escribo para suturar heridas y cicatrizarlas. Small line.
Like having like a delay on the vocals. The vocals are just a bit too dry. I'd like some more compression sauce on the vocals, some more high end on the vocals, and some processing on the vocals. I think in general, like some spatial processing. So I like for a track like this, I would opt more for a delay instead of reverb, like having a delay, because I like the dryness of it, but I feel like it still needs a tiny bit of like spatial processing, and I feel like a delay on this would go so ham. And it would also, having a delay on the vocals will also help the vocals sit in the mix better. And I would use, when you make a delay, just make sure that you use it as a send or like an aux track instead of just slapping it on the vocals. Just be careful of that. And dude, killer. Thank you, man. How's you been following the World Cup? I've seen that, like I'm not really into soccer, but I noticed that Argentina won their last game, if I remember correctly. Yeah, oh my goodness, it would go ham, dude. And I think that's literally the cue today, guys. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. I love it. Let's go. Perfect, everyone. I just want to say a massive thank you to you guys. You guys are what makes these live streams as fun as they are all the time, and I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you guys. And just letting you guys know that the live stream, the new prices don't kick in until the 17th, so not next week either. Like I'm giving a bit of a grace period of time just to kind of let everyone know, so people don't show up and they're like, oh no, like it's, everyone's like prepared. All right, this is when it starts. So yeah, I'm just a big thank you. Yes, we will win the World Cup. Bro, I'm hating commercial soccer right now. Dude, they're playing it. No, of course, dude, they're playing. The World Cup is literally one of the stadiums is like probably like 30 minutes away from me. One of them, they're like across the US, the North America, but one of the World Cup stadiums are like not far from where I'm at. So it's just been interesting. This is the first time that I can remember. Have we ever hosted the World Cup before? Has the United States ever hosted it before? I don't know the World Cup at all. Has the US ever hosted the World Cup before this year? Oh, in 1994, so before I was born. So, yeah. How cool is that? No. Thanks so much for we win. Best of luck. Q-tip, clean your damn ears. So just no one does what you health officer. Seriously, what the fuck? We can only wish that. Nah, I appreciate you, man. Like I really think that these live streams, like I just kind of steer the boat, but you guys are like why the boat exists. You guys are the builders, so I wouldn't have a live stream without you guys, so without your guys' talent. So it's always a ton of fun to get to know you guys and listen to your music, and I've heard so much improvement from a lot of you guys who submit constantly, and I'm just so happy to hear it, because I listen to tracks that people have submitted like a year ago or even 6 months ago, and then listen to it to now. I'm just like, damn, you guys are killing it out here. So give a shout out to you. So you guys are awesome. It was good to catch. Appreciate you, Scrooty. I'm glad. Yeah, it has been a while. I'm glad you were able to catch it. We play soccer. They play football. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, we call it soccer here, and the rest of the world's like, bro, why is it called soccer in the United States? Nah, you guys are awesome. Well, on that note, I'm gonna I'm gonna start working on my schoolwork for this upcoming week. Thank you, everyone. Again, I have so much fun doing these. Everyone, enjoy the rest of your weekend, even though it's probably a very short amount of time left for your weekend. And I will catch you in the next one. Don't work too hard unless it's on your music. Be on the lookout for the next video that I'm gonna be. Actually, I'll probably edit that. And yeah, be on the lookout for that. It's about revenue streams as a music artist. If you're interested in that kind of thing, check that out. Don't work too hard unless it's on your music. And I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out, everybody. Bye. Oh yeah.
This was a certified banger. 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 Banger, 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 banger. Banger, banger.
Turn around, wanna see you all in 3D. I like how you sound when you're giving me a raw. Put that ass on down to me, oh, you're so freaky. That must be a pretty baby singing about when they say honey. Cause your love's like honey, sweet like desire. Sent from above, got me stuck just like honey. Burns just like fire. Oh, your love, oh, sent from above, got me stuck just like. Not too much, I might OD on you. Just might pull up, I wanna be on you. Feeling, tryna make you mine soon. Drowning ya, ocean the way you move. Slow when you drip down, down, oh, hey. Got me like here right now, honey. Put it all on me right now. I want ya, I need ya, oh. I need you to put it down, down, I just turn around, wanna see you all in 3D. I like how you sound when you're giving me a raw. Put that ass on down to me, oh, you're so freaky. That must be a pretty baby singing about when they say honey. Cause your love's like honey, sweet like desire. Sent from above, got me stuck just like honey. Type of shit that hey, you really wanna stay down. In it so I go rounds, I can't even back out. Pardon me if I keep coming back for more. Can you lay it down? Oh, you can tell the way I feel about your honey when it's all over me. Oh, and it tastes quite as sweet, got me feeling I need my honey. When they say honey, cause your love's like honey, sweet like desire. Sent from above, got me stuck just like honey. Burns just like fire.